myself dinner at 1:48 in the morning. It's in the morning. It's probably quiet. Quiet. It's time for Din. Don't make dinner at 1 a.m. It's bad. It's been a long day, night. What are you, Amish? He was like, someone's drunk. There's demons taking over them. I was like, what are you, Amish? And when someone's drunk, they're not themselves. But they're certainly not infested with demons. That makes no sense. Okay? Where's the evidence? Okay? Nowhere. What about evidence? Mixed veggies and my chicken nuggets. Dinner is served. Yeah, it's pretty good. Do I know what? Oh, you're talking about being drunk? I don't think anybody's infested with demons because there's just no evidence for the existence of demons. Oh. I'm confused. You're puzzling my brain. Switching up the circuits. Oh, I'm talking about my food. Dinner. I was talking to my brother earlier. What? This whole channel? Well, it kind of started because I just kind of wanted to make videos. I don't know. Thought it would be cool. It started with this video on this game called, it was this game called Let's Kill Jeff the Killer on Game Jolt. And I deleted the video a long time ago, but I was just sitting there making myself laugh for an hour. And I found that kind of embarrassing later on. But it was about a week before that first Terraria video that's there. It was in a Flash game. I downloaded it. It was like, yeah, you can still go on there and download it today, I think. Might do a replay on it, but I didn't know how to beat it until I figured it out one day. Because I thought it was unbeatable. What's this? Boom. Got it. Ow. Oh, that's hot as fuck, dude. I bought and tried to install Borderlands. That was the biggest mistake in my life because it didn't work, so. Let's see. I do play a fuck ton of Minecraft with mods. Like, old versions and new versions, and I sometimes play Terraria. And that's the most, like trapped thing I've ever seen anybody say. You seem trapped, buddy. You should get a therapist. I got one. Had one. It was pretty great. I used to be like you, but now I'm like you, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I wish I was emo, but I'm not. I'd be a poser if I was saying I was emo. I wish I want to dye my hair black. I like my hair being naturally the color that it is. I'm all about the body. I want to make sure every cell inside of me knows how grateful I am for the thousands, millions, trillions that die every day, just trying to keep me alive. In high school, probably about like 2 years in, nobody started talking to me because I got really depressed. So, you know, I always wore black because it made me feel safe, but everybody would call me shooter kid, and this one girl was like, I had the option to leave whenever I wanted, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. She was like, you're not gonna come back and do anything to the school, are you? And I was like, no. And I had like a little situation about that because I got really like, that kind of put me in a mental twist, but you know. Russia, Africa, that's a continent. Maybe like, I know exactly what song that is. Country. America, United States, I mean, maybe like Italy, Japan, China. Oh shit. There's people in here. I'm not supposed to shoot people. And I tried to view life as a game, which is how you're supposed to do it. And let me tell y'all, when you are, you know, not ready and you just kind of get tossed into the world, that shit has a very large mental impact on you. I'm pulling it together because I have no choice. The only choice I have is to move forward. You know. When I was younger, he used to tell me, like, you're really gonna miss these home-cooked meals, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'll never go with them, but I manage. me a home-cooked meal. These mixed vegetables. A little bit of spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Let me tell you, being a kid is the free trial of life. And I can't even say that more literally. Oh my God. I've been craving sugar so bad. I wish I had Fruity Pebbles right now and milk. But I will. But I don't have it right now. I have to go shopping when I get paid next, because I get $80 a month to purchase food. I really gotta call the food stamps guys. You know? I'm talking to my brother a lot. He's like the one person I can have these deep talks with. Me and Toom are working up a new project involving Discord for the channel here. But it's not going to be what you think it is. Call it Project Outsiders. That's what I'm calling it so far. He doesn't even know I call it that, so I should probably tell him I call it that, but yeah. Y'all gotta hop in. Me and my brother are doing the deep talks, man. Talk about the mysteries of the universe and the deepness of reality. We talk it down, bro. We go to the depths. We take the red pill. You know what I'm saying? We are red-pilled individuals. You know, we talk about our history. We process trauma. You know. Let me tell you guys, don't let that shit sit around. Think about it, feel your feelings, because it's never gonna stop bothering you until you let it happen. Just submit to the feeling. That's what we do on those live streams. Submitting to the feelings. Sorting through our memories like a file folder. It's important. You know, literally I'm sitting there feeling my tear ducts stimulating while I'm talking, but I'm not gonna let them go. You know, very well could, but you know, shit hits hard emotionally, man, when you're going through your memories, scrolling through, you know, it's important. I tell you, I did not process my memories truly, and you know, became a damaged individual. Because from what I learned in treatment trauma like fractures you. If you get enough of it, you break it apart into parts. You know, your brain works in parts instead of working as one whole. And, you know, it's so hard to piece yourself back together. Some may never do it, but you know, you can learn to live with it, or learn to work with it, you know, or, you know, you can get things back to normal. Normal being, you know, you being whole, not a fractured individual with your brain working in several different parts. I don't know. I didn't really, that's all I really got. You know, we were just identifying the fact that our brain works in different parts instead of working as one whole. You know, internal dialogue, it's got a lot to do with that, you know. Then we would talk about, we didn't really talk about this much, but there is a question if you have a soul. My opinion, I don't think so. But it's, you know, I don't have evidence that there is no soul, but, you know, I think consciousness is just a bunch of layers of survival mechanisms piled over each other. And consciousness itself, to me, is this idea that we create because we fear death. Consciousness kind of immortalizes you, the idea of it. You feel immortalized through the idea of consciousness. But it's not the only thing I believe that, I kind of believe in that all things are connected kind of thing, you know? But like, you know, we're all the universe experiencing itself and whatnot, because, you know, consciousness comes from the universe, then it's, you know, to me that means it's alive, but I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Save that for the twig nasty. Save that for the twig nasty talks. So loud. I literally made it so much louder by doing that. God damn it. But, probably shouldn't smoke right here. I'm probably gonna have to go up front, damn it. Hey, I'm just smoking. Just trying to not cause any shit. But, yeah. You know. My brother's Christian. So obviously that's pretty disagreeable to me, but it's not like I'm gonna, like, you know, go up against his belief, because, like, the part of me that, like, feels like I'm right and feels like my ideology is superior because, you know, it's more so on the side of, like, non-magic, non-spirit, you know, it's hard not to be, like, pushy with my ideals, because it's just like, I don't know. But it's, the thing is, if he believed exactly what I believe, there would be no conversation. We would just know. And that's, to have the ability to debate is great, because that is what leads me leads us both to more thinking. We're thinking out loud in our thoughts. We are like the embodiment of our thoughts in that moment, and our ideologies are going up against each other and kind of comparing each other. But it's friendly because we're just debating. You know, we come out of those debates, we're like, that was a pretty good debate, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter how aggressive it gets, because, you know, we both know that it's just our ideologies going up and talking to each other. He goes a lot off of experience. I go a lot off of little bits and pieces of information I've collected as I've traversed through the world. But so does he, kind of. He has a lot of that too. So now this is kind of a, you know, typical subject, but he talks about Jesus quite a bit. I see that man is a philosopher, not really anything more than that. You know, to him he's a spiritual man. I don't think he's, like, I'm not going to go and say he's definitively wrong, but my ideology doesn't see that as correct. And, you know, because just like spiritual stuff, there's just not enough proof, you know, there's no evidence besides word of mouth, you know. Some people will say, I don't think God is not real, by the way. I don't deny the existence of a God. Let's just get that clear right off the bat before I go into this. But, you know, some people say God is real because this philosopher said this line of words. And I just see that and I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. That's not evidence. That's just somebody talking. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how deep you go into philosophy. You know, philosophy is how you find, is like asking the question. It's like learning how to ask the questions. You know, everything philosophy related to me is just finding the questions to ask through thinking. You know, like, because when it really comes down to it, you know, to me, oh God, this is gonna sound so pseudo-intellectual, but to me, philosophy is just kind of like, can be broken down into the word why. It's very bare, basic roots. Just why. That's what it is to me. This is such a, like, fucking, like, corny situation right now, but, you know, it can all be broken down into the word why to me. Because that's, in my opinion, philosophy exists to think about something and then try it. You know, think about something. I gotta be quiet, hold on. I'm not trying to wake anybody up right now. I don't want to be loud. Okay. Oh, that was... Really, not really a lot of people notice those noises, but to me, I notice it. It's loud to me, so that's how I think about it. But, you know, I don't see philosophy as anything more than a tool about finding the questions to ask. Anyways, Yep. So, peace out, brothers. We do all talk like this on stream, on the big long streams. When me and my brother call, we talk about this shit all the time. You know, we get way deeper into it. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So, yeah, peace out, brothers.